Yo, what is up everybody? Chris here from Fake Sports News, back at it again with another video. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys a super quick tier list. This is the first of two parts, as you could probably tell from the title. The first video today is going to be a very quick tier list, and then tomorrow I will have a follow-up report card for each team, ranking their, of course, teamwork, performance this season, composure, etc., etc. But without further ado, let's get right into the tier list. So, the obligatory Paris Legion in D tier. I'm actually going to put the Mutineers in B tier. I feel like this team has a lot of upside, but they just can't get it together consistently. And more on that tomorrow, but I'll put Mutineers in B tier and explain a little bit more tomorrow. I'm also going to put the Minnesota Rocker in the B tier ranking just for the same reason. They were a great team last year, and they kept that core four, of course, as we know, but they just haven't seemed to pull it together consistently this season thus far. LA Gorillas, I will also put them in the B tier just because that team is full of a lot of talent. I mean, you have world championships out the wazoo on that team, but they just can't seem to really get it together consistently. Of course, they did make winner's bracket, and they've been playing very, very well, so you could argue that they might be an A tier team, but that composure is the thing that brought their grade down on the report card. Obviously, more on that tomorrow. The Seattle Surge, I'm actually going to put them in S tier. Although, hear me out. I know the pitchforks are out. I know you guys are like, Chris, you're biased. You've always been a Seattle Surge supporter because of Octane and blah, blah, blah. Hey, man, I supported these guys during the dog days. And you know, every dog has his day, so this is their day. And honestly, I do think that they are an S tier team. I think with that undeniable talent that's really come through this season, of course, Sib and Pred, and then, of course, Mac just being a solid player forever since we were introduced to him in Modern Warfare, along with accuracy. You guys know how I feel about Lamar accuracy. I've always been a super advocate for him. Hashtag accuracy was scapegoated. I said that all Black Ops 4. But, you know, I think the Seattle Surge are a great team, and I think going into Major 1, they're definitely one of the teams to beat, and they're definitely a team to watch out for. So the match with Optic is going to be very telling. Now, in A tier, I'm going to say our first team is the Boston Breach. Boston Breach has really done well this season, barring their performances against the top tier teams, and a couple struggles against mid-tier teams like New York. I think that the Boston Breach, with a lot of practice and just time to really work things out before the major, will definitely be a team to watch, and I expect them to do very well. Now, the New York Subliners, they're going to be my first C-tier team. I'm not going to lie to you. I know they haven't gotten a lot of practice, they haven't gotten a lot of looks, but I mean, the roster changes and just the real inconsistency that this team has shown all season long are not very encouraging. So I'm going to put them in C tier. Optic Texas. This is a really rough one, but I'm actually going to put them in S tier. Beating the Toronto Ultra was a real proving grounds, if you will, for them, in my opinion. I think that them toppling Toronto, a team that they never beat last year, and they really struggled against in Modern Warfare, really makes a big difference in terms of their confidence, and they know that they can build on that and possibly beat Faze. They are one of the best teams in this game. Most of us were expecting them to be the second best team in the game coming out the gates, but the LA Thieves have really staked their claim as the second best team, which leads me to their ranking, which may surprise some of you, but watch the report card video and I will explain. There is one glaring weakness in their game, and if you watch their matches consistently, I'm quite sure that you know what I'm going to say in the report card video tomorrow. But if you don't really pay attention to the synergy of players and their teamwork abilities, then you won't really know what I'm going to say. But it is a very valid point, and this is the one thing that can come back to bite them in the butt come Major 1 and further if they don't figure it out. Maybe they have, but it remains to be seen tomorrow when the Major starts. Now, looking at the Toronto Ultra, I'm going to put them in A tier as well. They've fallen off a little bit, and I think honestly at this point in really just the CDL's life cycle, I think this team's playstyle has really been figured out, and I think that teams have built themselves to counter the Toronto Ultra and other teams like that. Their playstyle is very slow and methodical, but when you look at teams like LA Thieves or Optic Texas or even Faze or Seattle Surge, it's very easy for them to counter that by just playing their game, playing fast, and, you know, just running at them. Kleenex, when he's isolated, obviously, no man can, you know, withstand that kind of onslaught from so many fast players. Of for so long, and Bance is just not really the 1-2 that they need to follow that up. Now that leaves me with the London Royal Ravens. Some of you may be surprised that I'm putting them in the S tier, but I really expect a lot from Nasty and Gizmo. I wasn't necessarily expecting second seed. They've definitely overperformed, in my opinion, this season. But I think with Afro, Zero, Gizmo, and Nasty, this team will be really good all year long. And they're definitely a sleeper that most people are not expecting to do a lot. But personally, I think that it'll be a Faze versus London final. And that's my hot take for the event. And of course, you guys know what I'm repping. Faze up all day. You know I gotta rep my city, man. Atlanta Faze, we are the defending champs. Actually, you know, we're the defending champs. I'll put us first in the S tier, right next to the S, because we deserve it. But, yeah, enough jokes. Obviously, I think Faze is the most well-rounded team in the game. I expect them to continue that going into Major 1 and beyond. And, yeah, more on that tomorrow in my report card video. So, if you guys disagree with any of my rankings in the tier list, feel free to get at me in the comments. Of course, tweet at me at Fake Sports for Fans. I love reading tweets. I love proving people wrong when they tweet at me, and I know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this quick tier list video, and I will be back at you tomorrow or today whenever you're watching this with a report card video giving you a more in-depth breakdown of how I scored each team, apart from probably Paris and New York. I mean, it remains without being seen, like, what we think of Paris and New York. I mean, and their issues are very well documented. Of course, Paris just made a big roster change, finally bringing in my guy Tom Gravity. If you watched the I Won a Scuff at CDL ATL no clickbait video, shout out to Tom Gravity for helping me to win a free scuff. I still have it right here. So, yeah, guys, I'll just about wrap it up for me. Be sure to come back to the channel tomorrow for, of course, the report card video. And be sure to stay tuned to the channel. We have some really exciting things coming along. This year is all about growth. I have a producer now, and I'm going to be starting up a podcast with one of my best friends, super knowledgeable and amazing guy. Of course, shout out to Dan, who's probably watching this right now. And I hope you guys are excited for the content. There's a lot to come, a lot of growth on the way. And yeah, really excited to be back. Thank you guys for all the love and support that you showed on Twitter, just telling me to get well soon and all that. I really appreciate everybody who supports. And hope you guys continue to enjoy the videos and support the content all season long. Hot takes are coming, okay? The hot takes have always been there, but they're going to get even hotter. If you think of a habanero pepper, those are my takes this season. So yeah, guys, that'll just about wrap it up for me. Hope you have a great morning, noon, or night, wherever you may be on this beautiful planet, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.